And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Steelers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Check 43. Topper. Kill.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
It's third down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Easy. Hey. Don't be scared of it. Sonic.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Watch the pass. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Switch it. Swing, Switch it.
Flipping this shit, boy.
Mike 22. Easy. Coming to you. Mike 22.
Now Joe Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Single. Hey, White. Watch left. He's tight right there. Check three. Let him go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It was right here.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it.
Yo.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Looking around the league, an interesting one going on down in the desert. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks.
Yeah,
Still a lot of football left in that affair, but we will for sure keep an eye on it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. They can hear me. Watch. Anybody watch?
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
To try again after the sack. Winston.
Bro.
He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls
This
it in.
man getting some dumbass
And he's going to have
throws.
another first down as the
Dumbass
tackle
pass.
comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
Nah, it's your fault.
Down Steelers.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
We got double up. Let him go.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
22. Jet. Bomber.
Hey, watch this.
Green, 17. Let's go.
They go play action. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I
Key,
know
what you
this is
been
the
doing?
holiday season because here we are in December.
just bored.
Right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce
Damn, I should.
that he's donating certain amounts to charity
Giselle
for
sleep?
each interception that he threw.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Gun. 22 jet bomber. You better be.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
24 is the mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. I got him.
Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Dang.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
James Winston.
And they'll start
Sorry
out with great
for
field position at the
ball.
47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Charlie.
Allen to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
I would have never caught that
42
shit.
yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
2nd and 12 at the 2-yard line.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long.
Easy, easy, easy. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
This is Mixon. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hatch it. Hatch it. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Slam, slam, slam. H3, 218, trouble.
Out of his end zone, Winston. Open man here is Gentry. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable for Grant. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Regular. Go.
Now a give to Jacobs running right.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
319.
Hey, let's get this.
Half 85. We go.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
That's the way you make it spin.
Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
wake up.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
You ain't going nowhere.
Check 99. Check 99.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Come on. Sunday.
Here we go. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Play action now. Winston. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Easy. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5, where do we go?
It's Mixon on the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
26 Mike.
Stay with your man.
And the Steeler first down.
5-0.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Now watch run.
Easy.
Motion. Watch the motion. 26 Mike. 20.
Echo.
Exit.
Where do we go?
First down, Winston.
Watch the run.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to...
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
26 Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Like, can I give you a small towel like this?
Ready. Black 25 behind.
He can't hang. He's not gonna get me.
Check 4.
Come on. Sunday.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Middle.
Get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Mike's 50, Mike's.
Let's go.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. Flip it.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're...
And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now he'll go deep down. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Watch the boot.
Hey, Sonic.
Check 24. Check 24.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the two-point conversion. They'll let Mixon try to run it in. And he'll find his way in for two. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
He'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Able to push his way through. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Jameis to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And nice work on the return as he'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Tackles.
Allen. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Allen now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here.
Here
Now Allen again.
we go.
And that is incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs. And that'll bring up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right here.
Jameis now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
57's the mic. Watch the play. Let's go, defense.
To throw is Winston. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, 57.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Throwing, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 23 yards, the final tally. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To the air, Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.